Day 21, overcast and cool. Whew, that's a big piece of timber.
Motoring with reef main for a steadying sail. Earlier there was hardly any wind at all. We were only getting about 3 knots. So we needed to charge the batteries up anyway, so we started the motor. And they're motoring at about 3,000 RPM, making, what is it, 5 knots to the north, making a little course correction. We got blown off just a little bit. So we're getting back closer onto our track where we want to be. Getting all our batteries charged up once again, water maker run, all that stuff. And this is the weather that we've been expecting for the last couple of weeks, based on our previous experience anyway. We were expecting to see this a lot sooner. Solid overcast skies, gray seas. The wind has picked up now. I think it's probably around 10 miles an hour, maybe, something like that. So we could sail, but we need to run the engine so we can charge the batteries back up again. Tiller pilot's been steering almost non-stop and doing a pretty good job of it. So we're happy, we're happy. We saw the whales yesterday. That was a treat. Not as much junk in the water today, but we did see one big chunk of timber. Yeah, big chunk of timber with a lot of growth on it. Almost hit it. I don't know. We've only hit one thing that we know of since we've been out here. I mean, only that one inner tube or whatever it was that wrapped around the prop is the only thing we hit. Which is amazing considering the amount of stuff we've seen when we've been looking. You know, there's a lot more of it out there that passes by when we aren't looking. And all night, at night, it's like last night. Complete overcast, no moon, no stars, complete black. Couldn't see anything out here. So it's a little bit concerning.
A little disconcerting, but you know, there's nothing we can do. Either that or we completely stop and heave to every night, and then we'll be what, 55 or 60 days getting in?
As it is, we hope to be in Sitka pretty soon. We've got 1,072 miles to go.
Woohoo!
No, wait, I have to add 16 to that. That's 1,088 miles to go.
Huh.
Right? Yeah.
We need to change that back.
Yeah, 1,088 miles. So,
but still, clicking down.
Huh?
Clicking down.
Clicking down, clicking down. We're getting closer by the minute. Closer by the minute. And the weather has been very kind. We've had great weather, favorable winds. Almost all the way. We had one day where we had headwinds, but for the most part we've had favorable winds the entire way.
Light but favorable.
Light but favorable. And in some cases not so light. Last night, we're running around 15 knots last night.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So we were cooking along through the night.
We were debating to put the working jib up or leave the Genoa up, and that's a little bit of a struggle for us. We've been caught with our butts out in the wind, so to speak, a few times, and don't want that to happen again. Especially last night, it was so dark.
It was so dark, and the wind did increase on us after dark.
Yeah, but
I was kind of concerned, but not enough to.
Yeah, but the seas were flat. There was no white caps at all. So
seas were flat. No white caps that we could see. It's probably about like this all night.
So that was the deciding factor to just relax and leave it up. Is just
we were making 6 knots through the night, and you know, wondering, is that too fast? If we hit something at 6 knots, do we really want to be going 6 knots, or should we slow it down to 4 by putting up a smaller jib? So I think looks like some blue sky on the horizon.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be real nice. Of course, at this stage of the game, blue skies generally means no wind. So I don't know. I don't know. According to the pilot chart, we should be seeing force 4 from the west most of the rest of the way up. That's, you know, the
that was
prevailing
what,
wind.
30% of the time you said?
30% of the time, yeah.
So good odds. We'll take those.
That's good odds, yeah. But the boat's holding up really well. We have yet to pump the bilge, although there is a little trickle of water in the bilge.
But we're feeling at the wrong angle, it won't come out.
Yeah, it won't come out. Not enough to pump, so it's not enough to be concerned with then after 3 weeks at sea. So no worries at all. And that's the way it is here at where are we anyway? Let's see. I never know exactly where we are. 43 degrees north latitude, 153 degrees west longitude. Our course is 345 magnetic on July 20th, our 21st day at sea. What's for lunch, baby?
I'll work on that.
Okay. Day 21, a little later in the day. We have very thin, high clouds now instead of the thick gray overcast. It's warmed up.
Little blue sky.
Yeah.
Tiny bit of sun.
And somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 knots of wind, maybe even less than 5 knots. Not enough to quite keep the sail filled. But it's warm.
It's warm.
It's clear. It's dry. It's good. We ran the engine for 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
And charged up camera batteries and the house bank and made water. A couple gallons of water. And we're all good. We had lunch. Lunch was
chicken and bean burrito.
Chicken and bean burrito. Yeah, with onions.
With our last onion.
Our last onion.
Well, actually,
not the whole thing, though, right?
Half the onion. We have 1 tomato and half an onion left.
Yeah. But we got a bunch of apples still.
Yeah, we got a bunch of apples.
That's
we'll
great.
have that for a snack a little bit later. But
our fresh stuff is just about to run out.
Yeah. Well, I have 1 sweet potato left. Keeping a very close eye on that. We'll probably have to use that tomorrow. I'll use that probably tomorrow morning with the last half onion.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that needs to be used fairly soon. Just gotta be careful. It'll go bad on you.
I know. You got to eat it before you go back.
Yeah.
So. And we'd still have oranges if those oranges hadn't all been bad oranges.
That's a bummer. Oh well.
Those oranges
Note
keep really
to
well.
self, cut the darn things open before you leave the market and buy that many of them. Because it would have been obvious if I'd even cut 1 or 2 open. So buying that many, slice it open and see it before you buy a whole bunch. Lesson learned. Oh well. What are we? How fast are we moving? Probably about
Not
2
very.
knots.
2 knots at the most.
Yeah, well,
but we're moving.
We're moving, and
So
considering there's not much wind, that's a good thing.
The sun's going. It's getting. You can feel the chill come back,
Yeah.
right? The sun goes behind that big old cloud and probably ain't coming back out.
Not for a while.
So the clouds are going that way. It's kind of thin over there. It's bright blue right up there, and out in front of us it's pretty blue, and the overcast appears to be clearing up. But things change so fast.
Yeah,
you never
they
know.
sure do.
The barometer's dropping kind of rapidly.
Blue skies from now on.
Yeah.
We want nothing but
smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Big chunk of timber, about 10 feet long. Looks like a 4x4, but with a lot of growth on it.
It's foggy again.
It's foggy again.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
So we got a little piece of plastic ahead.
Not so little. I can't quite make out what it might be. It might be a bucket, it might just be a chunk of styrofoam.
Don't fall! It was a cute little hat. Didn't quite get that. We have the mist of doom closing in rapidly.
I remember that first trip, we were in this stuff for like a week.
A week. And it's moving faster than we are, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's coming up from behind.
Well,
and in front and all around.
Yeah. Visibility down to about a couple hundred feet. 200 feet, 100 yards maybe, most.